Alright, so we back with another video. Today we got y'all boys with the reactions that we did on stream. Now, if you didn't tune into the stream, we reacted to the Mike, Wang, Joe Knows interview. I was going to make that its own little separate video because he said some pretty important stuff about gameplay. But in my opinion, after looking at the gameplay, a lot of stuff he was saying was true. If anything, I think what he was saying more so is going to be tied to builds being crazy this year. Especially when he was talking about trying to make everything OP, and then when he was describing how if you want to make a really good glass cleaner, he kind of was saying like, if you make something really focused on something, you're going to be really good at that. And you're going to be really hard to do that, like in terms of countering that. So yeah, I think that's going to be more so tied into builds. But we did go through Double H. I may throw a little bit of grinding in here because grinding said a couple of things that Double H didn't really talk about. But for the most part, Double H dropped a 50-minute bomb that discussed everything. So we're going to react to that in this video. We're going to react to really the Joe Knows interview. I may throw a little bit of the grinding in this video. If y'all do want more though, make sure to like the video, man. Make sure to subscribe. All that good stuff out the way, man. Without further ado, man, let's hop into it. Alright, this joint 53 minutes long. Let's get to it. You excited for defense and rhythm shooting? Let's get to it.
A 2K26 dribbling system, speed burst, behind the backs, adrenaline, quick stops. I'll cover it all for all of you dribbling.
I'm not looking at the game, it looked pretty similar though. I'm not gonna lie.
While also going over the L2 cheats, jump shots, and how hard it actually is to shoot. So shooters keep watching. We can't forget about the new dunk meter mechanics, the old new slowdown euros, layups, floaters. For all my slashers watching, I got y'all. We're going to be going over passing and even the new green rebounding.
Bro was really committed to testing this game out. Bro was using BAM. I'm a Heat fan. I don't know if I'm going to be testing out BAM.
Shots. And let me tell you, these post scores might be more OP than ever.
Did bro just do a post hook from the three-point line?
Post go-to shots. And let me tell you, these post scores might be more OP than ever. I'll cover all of defense.
Hey,
from
bro,
the
I'm not gonna lie.
To the perimeter. We'll even be talking about takeovers.
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Anything you can possibly think for gameplay.
We gotta lock in 2K, bro. That's ridiculous. So hit that hold on, that's a deep one.
Let's get started right now.
Nah, shooting may be crazy.
It's your boy Henry, aka Double H.
Did he have take? He did have take. Okay, he did. I just looked it back at.
And I'll be breaking down everything in different categories, starting with dribbling, then shooting, finishing, rebounding, post scores, defense, and lastly takeovers. And I'll be doing all that while giving my honest opinion on the game I played at Community Day for 2K26. If you have any questions, I will answer them live on Twitch right now. Now, if you want to see the raw, uncut footage, it's being streamed 24/7 on my second Twitch channel, Double H VODs, where I'm also hosting a 2K26 giveaway. Now,
oh, that's a genius idea. So bro got mad gameplay, so he looping it. That's W methods. I ain't gonna lie. I can't lie. That's W methods. I can't even hate on that.
And I will be showing proof of that throughout the video. Another warning, all of this gameplay...
All the gameplay is on Hall of Fame? Okay.
I'll be showing proof of that throughout the video. Another warning, all of this gameplay is from playing 2K26 early. This is the game I played at Community Day, and things could change by the time the game releases. Let's start with the dribbling. Now, I'm going to let some clips play in the background while I talk about my honest opinion about the dribbling, and then we'll get into specifics. The dribbling is a lot faster. I mean, you guys can tell by just looking at the gameplay. Okay, the momentum's back.
I said this in today's video. This game looked like a successor to 2K22 way more than 2K23 did.
You can cancel out of
to be honest.
Overall, the dribbling feels smoother.
Damn.
It looks faster, and I feel like players
dribbling looks smoother. I'm not gonna lie.
Replicate their favorite NBA players.
Oh, that move by KD looked a lot faster. I'm not gonna lie. The big guards look a lot faster than last year.
Movement are gonna be able to do their thing as well. Okay. I mean, y'all can see the clips.
They couldn't test out playing against each other though.
Cancel out of moves, run out of moves faster. The dribbling is 100% better than 25. I mean, if you think 25's dribbling is better than this by just looking at it, then I don't know. You might be blind because it's clearly better. But anyways, let's get into some specifics. Bursting out of moves, okay? Even just doing a simple escape of the court right here with Curry, you see I'm running out of that much faster. De'Aaron Fox has a nice escape and cross launch. Look at his escape and cross launch is nice and fast.
You can it looked like you can speed boost out of any animation on this game. That's gonna be kind of. I ain't gonna lie, man. Defense gonna have to be good, bro.
Trae Young running out in the.
You gonna be able to counter anything with that.
2K24.
Oh, but the stamina. I ain't even been paying attention to the stamina. Trae Young stamina gone.
Behind the back is right here is literally the Jamal Murray behind the back from 2K24. But Jamal Murray does his isn't good. Even Giannis.
It looks slow.
Cross launch.
It looks slow.
Good. And when he just runs out of a standstill position, he runs out of it instead of having this like slow turtle animation that we had in 2K25. You see John.
Ain't gonna lie, big guards may be crazy on this game.
Explodes out left.
Ain't gonna lie, big guards might be crazy.
Messing around with LeBron James. He has this nice like walk back, step back, and just messing around with LeBron. I mean, look at this, bro. You can
nah. Big guards may be crazy this year. I ain't gonna lie.
Look at KD. He did the same thing where he kind of snatches when he's
KD
running forward, and then
KD Sigs look crazy
to left or right. Once again, here's Ja Morant in the learn.
KD Sigs look crazy
running left and right in the play. Now I was just.
I'm not really gonna lie, bro. If they got like stretch bigs moving crazy, I'm not gonna lie.
We're gonna get into that later. I'm just trying to show y'all the actual gameplay. There's Trae Young's behind the back moving forward. There's that 2K24 Jamal Murray.
Okay, that one look a lot faster.
Oh, and I almost forgot to mention Kyrie has a similar behind the back that arguably creates more space. This one is insane too. Very similar to that Jamal Murray behind the back.
Kyrie dribbling look crazy.
Behind the backs, you can spam in 2K26. And what I mean is like literally spam them. In the past in 2K25, if you didn't escape, you had to wait for the whole escape to play out to do another one. And then you would have to like either left stick cancel it, or you would have to do a hezzy and then do the escape again. In 2K26,
I ain't gonna lie, I was thinking this is gonna look like 22. This don't look like 20. This don't look like no game we got so far on this whole console generation dribbling wise. This look like the 1917 dribbling days.
No,
I ain't gonna lie, this don't look like no 2K dribbling we've had recently.
Okay, but you can do it like once or
twice. I won't lie.
Get open, you can go right, you go
like ever since they had that little stiffer engine on 20, I'm not gonna lie, this look different from all these games.
Escape in the entire game. Same with behind the backs. Look at the Curry slide. You can Curry slide back and forth as much as you want. Back to back to back to back to back to back. Now, are you gonna lose stamina and adrenaline fast? Yes.
It's probably easy to do too.
Now, this is learn 2K.
It look like he hopped on the game, got straight to doing it.
Fatigue on. Okay. So yeah, you can see the Damian Lillard escape. We showed a bunch of random escapes in.
See, this is why I was saying I gotta see gameplay. I ain't gonna lie, dribbling look crazy.
Jimmy Butler's. Doesn't matter. Once again, you could just spam it back and forth. So this is escapes and behind the backs. At first, I was trying to left stick it, but I realized, yo, I don't even have to left stick cancel this. Like, I could literally just spam it back and forth. So you just hold the right trigger and right stick right to left for the escapes. And then if you want to do the behind the backs, is obviously diagonal down right, diagonal down left with the right trigger, just back to back to back. Adrenaline and stamina. So now you're going to see what these escapes and behind the backs look like when fatigue is on and you have stamina and adrenaline. Look at, I'm just spamming the Curry escape. And yeah, you run out of energy and all of your adrenaline super fast. Look at KD. Even with deep bomb or takeover, usually in takeover, you don't really lose stamina fast. No, as soon as you can see, if we slow it down, as soon as I started spamming those and canceling those escapes back and forth, I lost an adrenaline and I had probably like what 20% of my stamina left when I shot the ball. Now look, we got stamina.
By the way, he was doing all that other stuff without stamina on.
I got no energy by the time I shoot the ball. You're gonna have to be smart with how you use your moves in 2K26 because look at this, it's slowed down. I have about 70% of my stamina.
Okay, handles for days is gonna actually be important.
I do an escape.
Okay, bet.
I lose a little bit of a stamina. Then I do a Curry slide right after that. And now
look how Curry got gold lightning lunge. Look how fast bro moving, even when he can't even have max stamina.
Have like 30% of my stamina left. I do another Curry slide, and now I'm blinking red with 2 adrenaline. So that's an escape.
But he didn't have max stamina though, so that's a tougher one.
And I am gasping for breath. Now here's Damian
Bro need an inhaler.
Spamming the escape. He loses all of his adrenaline. You can't just spam this move and not be punished. So I'm sure a lot of
I ain't gonna lie. Hold on.
Oh, this is gonna be OP. This is gonna be cheesy. But like in reality,
hold on.
Tired
if you playing defense, especially the closer you are, it look like it take adrenaline bars way faster. Hold on.
Blinking red, so it doesn't even matter. The momentum is back in NBA.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't really like adrenaline, but it look like adrenaline on this game will actually gonna bring it balance.
Shea spamming the momentum back and forth. Now, if y'all want to know,
whoa, wait, that layup animation, that's Shea. Nah, that look exactly like Shea. Now that layup animation looked exactly like Shea.
Spamming the momentum back and forth. Now, if y'all
I ain't gonna lie, I just gassed the hell out of that. My bad.
2K26. This is gonna be how you're gonna want to do it. So without turbo, so without the right trigger, flick up on the right stick, then move your left stick towards the opposite ball hand and hold turbo. So after you flick up on the right stick, you want to move your left stick towards that opposite ball hand super fast. Like you want to do this all in one motion basically. If you were able to momentum in the pass, you're gonna get this down pretty easily. An all behind the back mechanic returning. So you guys know in 2K25 to get that aggressive behind the back while you're standing still, like out of standing still, you have to like double tap the right stick down diagonal. Now it's like 2K21 where you can kind of just run and flick the right stick diagonal down where you want to go. So all you have to do is just run and flick it down.
Nah, this game kind of looking a little 17-ish.
And you can get these
I won't lie.
out of standstills.
The adrenaline ball.
2K21 behind the backs out of standstills. That mechanic is.
He moving like this with Wimpy? Man, this gonna be a wild
Not only
game.
that, there's a lot of good.
I can see it already. Stretch bigs gonna be stupid day one.
One of them being Scottie Pippen. We're gonna talk about that.
Boy, you see how fat? Nah.
Here's what his behind the back looks
Cause
like.
you don't even need to have but like one move as a stretch, bro.
Now, you have to do it a little different.
So like the stamina gonna be a problem. It's not gonna be as big of a problem for a stretch.
You have to flick the right stick down diagonal and then flick up like in a super fast motion. Now instead of flicking up after flicking diagonally down left or right, you have to flick diagonally up opposite of wherever you went left or right. So if you went diagonal down left, you have to flick it diagonally up right. That's just a minor change.
These are gonna break the hell out this game day one. I ain't gonna lie.
2K26. There is still
These are gonna break the hell out this game.
Now obviously you don't need to cancel out of those escapes or behind the back.
Off that simple little couple clips alone of Curry, you gonna break the hell out of this game.
Right stick down, diagonally right with behind the back. But for step backs like this, if you wanted to spam them back to back, you can still do the hezzy right after the behind the back and then do it again. Now obviously Tracy McGrady's hezzy is kind of ass, so it's a little drawn out.
You're gonna be taking ankles with that though.
Stopping for NBA 2K26.
Okay.
Now I was talking to some people at Community Day and I was talking to some other guards and they said they couldn't find a way to quick peek like you could in 2K22 or like a 2K20 quick stop. Y'all all know in 2K25 we would flick to the right or left with the right stick or just let go of everything, and that's what I was doing at 2K26 Community. I was just flicking the right stick to the right or left. I mean, some of y'all probably won't even call that a quick stop, but this is just the best way to set your feet that I'm aware of as of now. Maybe I didn't talk to somebody that found something.
By the way, all this on Hall of Fame difficulty, so the stamina may not be as crazy on every difficulty too. I think Mike Wang said.
But as of right now, the best way for me,
like he said, everything on offense gonna be harder the higher the difficulty.
Shooting. Now, I am going to be talking about more.
You'll lose adrenaline more, you'll lose stamina more, it's gonna be harder to green.
Once again, a lot of my clips that I show, I'll just randomly look at the settings to prove that it is on Hall of Fame. All this gameplay is on Hall of Fame. I know some creators be going to the community day, putting that shit on rookie, and then uploading it, acting like they're showing some gameplay, but if you're not playing on Superstar or Hall of Fame, then what?
After this, we definitely gotta watch the Koza 2K Lab video because he said they got 10 new dribbling features. I gotta see if he chatting or not. But I think he may not be chatting.
One word: removed. It is not in the game. I don't know if you know.
Oh, somebody patched.
Have his own move on the Steve Francis that you just flick up on the right.
Somebody is patched off this one alone.
He did not have it on his player. Not only that, it was not in the build.
Bro, dribbling looks this look like the trashiest dribbling we've seen so far. I seen Wemby moving better than Steve Francis.
Right now,
what's going on, 2K?
I don't have a problem with that, considering that that was just a move that a lot of people spammed and it was overused. As long as there are other moves to go to, and just by looking at the dribbling, it seems good enough that we don't need Steve Francis. I'm gonna be honest. Go-to shots. Now I put this under dribbling because a lot of us didn't use these for jump shots because they don't work on real people with brains. We use Kevin Durant and Jalen Suggs most of the time for dribbling out of them and using them to run out of moves faster or just
go-to
run
shots look the
faster,
same.
like the KD or the Jalen Suggs, like I said.
The Paolo, the Luka, the Curry, they all look the same so far.
Go-to shot they had in 2K25.
Hold on, Melo go-to shot look
tough.
tough.
The same go-to
I don't think Melo had a go. Did Melo have a go-to shot last year? His joint looked tough.
Some NBA players that have a different go-to or thought they deserved a different go-to. Well, I don't think you're getting that unless, you know, I didn't test everyone's go-to shot, of course, but the ones that I did test, it seemed like they were the same ones from 2K25. Ankle breakers, they were terrible in 2K25. I think they're terrible in 2K26 too. Now, to be fair, I didn't like get a playmaking takeover, which in past 2Ks where ankle breakers were good, that's where you would get the.
I remember when they did this community day last year, boy, they was promoting ankle breakers was OD.
The actual animations look really kind of dumb and like fake. And there was even sometimes where
man, Hero still ain't got a new face scan on too. Damn, hold on, bro, hold on. Why you cooking Hero like that though?
Like I didn't even do something, but even when I did make the defender do something, it
nah,
just
bro,
didn't make any sense.
Nah, he got bro turning around like, come on, bro.
Break someone's ankles.
Launches it around, but Greg trying to get back in.
That's tough. I'm not gonna lie. Did they not already do that though?
And Flag fill out the wing.
Yeah, I'm dribbling. It is the same control. It seems exactly copy paste from 2K25. You can still blow a dribble up the court. If you run into someone like right there, you're gonna automatically lose the ball. Literally,
I don't really care about this.
It is the same thing. Works exactly the same. Yeah, there's really. It is.
What is this?
The Kobe jabs.
Okay.
This new up the court move I saw in the controls when I was looking through it. Basically, you run when you're running up the court without holding the right trigger, you double flick up on the right stick. So you flick up on the right stick twice, and each player has like a different move equipped for this. Honestly, I don't know if this is gonna be useful, especially online or competitive. I obviously didn't test every. It
may evade bump steals and stuff like that. Auto.
Here's Trae Young's Curry.
Or it's gonna be a free bump steal. It's gonna be one or the other.
Solid.
Ain't gonna lie. Probably the other.
Dribbling around in the Learn 2K for y'all. I was literally just messing around. Keep in mind, I'm just testing the game. Okay, I'm spamming things. I'm trying new things. Trying to see what moves are in the game, what you can get away with, what you can't get away with. Obviously, fatigue is off. But I thought for people that wanted to see as much gameplay as possible, why not throw this in? Okay, now there are some moves that I did learn in the Learn 2K that are going to be good in 2K26. Obviously, we know Curry's escape and his Curry slide can be spammed and are good. His step back is still the same. His moving step back though is like the one in 21. I'm pretty sure that might have been in last year.
That little step back I just seen Loki look like he had some potential.
And yeah, I was just messing around with him.
Now that step back look like some old 2K. Hold on.
He's probably one of the best guards in play now. Paolo Banchero.
That little step back look like some old 2K stuff.
He's like, what, 6'10". He was not moving too fast. But Michael Jordan has the Kobe escape on. There's also a lot of good moving crossovers to get to the paint. So you guys remember De'Aaron Fox cross? I'm not sure what crossover MJ has on. It's very similar to the De'Aaron Fox crossover, but it works just like that. There is a lot of good crossovers that I saw.
MJ looked a little stiff.
A lot of players have on equipped.
KD was moving better than MJ. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really like how MJ first step kind of trash. MJ first step one of the best first steps in NBA history.
At least for us ISO players. Okay, he has a very good crossover too. Scottie Pippen is just juiced.
Oh my God, they brought back behind the backs this year. Okay.
For downhill, but look at. There's like this step back he has too. When you see me running forward, then I stop like that, and then you can chain that into a moving behind the back. I could see you running to the basket.
There's a lot more moves this year, it seemed like, to get open.
Wide open
that was not a thing on 25.
Yeah. Pippen was pretty glitchy. His crossover was good too. I don't know why they juiced Pippen so crazy, but they did. Kyrie, we showed his escape earlier. It's very
damn.
He has that really good behind the back on that.
Nah, Kyrie moves look crazy.
Like the Jamal Murray, he can also momentum. I mean, literally anybody can momentum. We saw Shea doing it earlier. This hop back, the misdirection hop back from 2K22, it is back in 2K26. LeBron James and Donovan Mitchell have this walk back as their step back. It's pretty nice. I kind of like that for taller ISO builds. Just to kind of reset things. But look at LeBron's, like, I'm moving with LeBron. Hold on. Like, the moving behind the back into the dunk. I like how, like, LeBron's SIGs were a lot different than a lot of other players I used. There was his crossover right there. Once again, when you run forward, there's a lot of step backs that you can do to just completely stop on a dime to go into another move. James Harden, he had a really good snatch back. If you run forward, you can get this good snatch animation depending on if you're holding your left stick to a certain way. You can run out of it pretty good, like that right there. Yeah, James Harden, I might have to look into that snatch because his snatch is really good. I kind of like that.
James Harden moves look crazy.
Style. I think that'll work well. You see, you can
James Harden may be the meta for them big guards.
You know, flick to
That
the
joint
left
look
or
tough.
right,
Speed
stop
boost.
on a dime and shoot it out of that.
The animations, them joints are all looking tough.
A lot of people were in agreement, and by the way, he has a good crossover on, as you see right there. A lot
KD
of people were
looks
in
tough.
agreement that Kevin Durant was crazy good on this game. Like some people and a lot of people were saying that he's the best player on the game. He is pretty OP. I'm not sure what
KD is
crossover
meant to
he
be
has
OP
on
on 2K though.
just like De'Aaron Fox. His escape is really good. His motion style like has him like dribbling low to the floor. I like that too. His fade is exactly the same. It's very hard to contest. If you know how to time it, you're gonna be good with that fade. Ja Morant, we were showing his escape earlier. He runs out of moves really fast. Now the best dribble style was Ja Morant. Ja Morant was good. Darius Garland was good. A couple other people said they liked Curry and Kyrie, but I thought Ja and Garland were the best. I know a lot of other good dribblers were agreeing with me that Ja and Garland were the best. Now that is for small guards. There was a Zach LaVine dribble style that was the best for tall guards. You see Shea, Young Dirk was dribbling around with Shea. His cross launch was pretty good, but honestly, I didn't really like how Shea was moving. I'm
guessing he's saying that's not just from playing on the players. I'm thinking because they could use any animation when testing these they builds. So I'm guessing that goes into that what he was saying earlier.
Booker aggressive is still in the game too. I didn't show that, but that is in the game. But yeah, Ja's dribble style by far the best dribble style in the game in my opinion. Him and Garland 1 and 2, and Kevin Durant. We talked about that Scottie Pippen step back. It's like the same thing with Durant and LeBron. You could just run forward, do the step back, and then you can run out of that right, or if you're running right at first, you can run out of it left. Now we're finally done with dribbling. Let's move on to shooting, because there's also a lot to cover in shooting now. Let's just take a look at Curry really quick. One of the players that I'll be showing at his attributes because we were using him a lot. He has a 99.3. None of the NBA players had legend badges, so keep that in mind when watching the gameplay. And there goes Curry's stats and badges. Now these stats weren't final.
They moving like this with no legend badges.
With rhythm shooting, okay? Rhythm shooting is a little different than 2K26. So rhythm shooting does not have a green bonus over shooting with the button, but with rhythm shooting, there's two timings. There's tempo timing.
I mean, but D-Book not gonna really ever have that crazy of animations, I wouldn't think, unless it's like his fade.
There are some times where I am not greening the push timing and I'm greening the tempo timing, but I am still greening it on Hall of Fame difficulty, because all you have to do is green the tempo timing, which is just the speed of you going down and up on the stick, matching the player's shot speed, okay? That is the only thing that you have to time to green and make a shot with rhythm shooting. So I guess technically there is an advantage with rhythm shooting because you have two different things to time, but this is the thing. You're probably thinking, oh, I just have to green the tempo or the push. No, if you green the push timing and not the tempo timing, it doesn't go in. So
you okay? So I had it wrong. It's tempo.
Really an advantage.
Only thing you have to green is the tempo.
On what you're better at timing. If you're better with the button, use the button. But if you're better timing the tempo, then time the tempo. Now, before I talk about a couple other advantages with rhythm shooting, right here, I have a wide open catch and shoot with Damian Lillard. And you see, I green the push. There's an example. And I didn't green the tempo, and it doesn't go in. So, yeah, if you green the tempo, you make it. But if you green the push like I just did again right there, and you don't green the tempo, you do not make the shot. Now, you can also make your shots faster with rhythm shooting if you shoot your
I wanted to see that. Let me see what that look like.
Is kind of confusing though. The best way for me to explain it is the faster you let go of the right stick after pushing it down, the faster your jump shot will be, and then it starts timing your tempo timing once you release it from holding down on the right stick to going back up. Now, this doesn't mean you can't go crazy with the button. This is a game. This is a random shot from All-Star Team Up. I mean, people are greening reds in the corner with the button. And that brings us to the perfect time to talk about.
I ain't gonna lie, man. This game may look kind of wild.
Where I let go of the right stick to the top to
Bro
the
just
bottom
hit the
a little faster
stupidest
than
shot in the
normal,
corner.
and he kind of chucks it up because he releases it faster, okay? But that was his turbo fade animation. If you guys remember in 2K25, and there's a pull-up version of it, In 2K25, depending on if you had your right trigger held or not, you got a slow fade or a turbo fade while rhythm shooting, okay? Now, in 2K26, there's no slow fades if you want to rhythm a fade. It is just the turbo fade animation as long as you are pointing your left stick to the right or left. Now,
wait, so rhythm shooting you get better fade animations?
Kind of like a front fade almost, if you are not pointing your left stick in the right direction. But as long as you are pointing it to the left or right, and you want to rhythm fade it, you have to
them fade animations look tough. Them turbo fade animations look tough.
You're going to get that turbo fade animation. Right there, you see I wasn't pointing my left stick in the right direction, so I got the pull-up jump shot.
They already showed it. Most of the
animations
animations look the same for Luka, or all that stuff for the shot creator stuff.
Animations. Now you're just guaranteed the turbo fade animation every time, or the
look different is really dribbling.
Pull-up animation. Back fades. Now shout out to Laker for providing this gameplay to me, and shout out to King Dooms. He was using Shea in this gameplay, and he told me after testing back fades in All-Star Team Up that back fades feel smoother than regular jump shots. So that gets me excited because I like back fading, especially on twos. I like doing that, and so does my teammate. So I don't know. I didn't personally test the back fades, but my boy Dooms said it felt really good, and he was going crazy with the back fades. Like, look at this. Shay's just going crazy out there in the All-Star Team Up. No dip catch and shoots. If you guys didn't know, there's a new mechanic where if you hold L2 when you catch the ball, you can get your jump shot off faster. Now, yes, in previous 2Ks, if you hold L2, you get a better catch. This is a better catch, and you get your jump shot off faster. So this is
I ain't gonna lie, spot up's gonna be crazy.
Shot, and then this is Curry when he does the no dip. You can clearly see he is not dipping the ball.
Do you see how fast that is?
Immediately, making it harder for the defense to read and react. Now here's what Kristaps Porzingis looks on a regular jump shot in the corner. It's slow. Doesn't look too good, right? Now here's a no dip. L2, shoot it immediately. Clearly a difference. This is a must if you are a spot up shooter or you control your whole team like in my team or play now. I even went to go look at Porzingis' 3, and his bad is he doesn't even have corner specialists or anything. But yeah, he shot that immediately.
There's not a corner specialist badge, is there?
7'4" player with the no dip, shooting over those. Okay, Jalen Williams, super fast catch.
I do like the fact I am seeing people get contested consistently.
Or rhythm shooting, it doesn't matter.
I don't know if it's mattering though.
Dip shot. Now, depending on the jump shot, you can get faster no dips or slower ones. So look at DeJounte Murray. That's heavy.
My God.
He just shoots it immediately. There were some players that had bad no dip catch and shoots. Like Jonathan Isaacs was terrible. It was slow. Now, I tried to get one off the dribble, but it doesn't work. You have to have your feet set, okay?
I ain't gonna lie. If I see somebody learn how to glitch the if I see somebody learn how to do the no dip fades, I'm out of there. That's when I draw the line. That's where I draw the damn line. Quick stops, you know what I'm saying? I need that.
I mean, we all know Cam Thomas base is good.
Nah, no dip fading is crazy.
I thought that Stephen
I didn't even think about that. See, that's how, bro. That's how 2K be having all these issues, man. How y'all be thinking about stuff like that?
Yeah, in 2K26, height is a huge factor. I'm talking shooting, finishing, everything. Now look at Kevin Durant. I pull up right in Cooper Flag's face.
Oh, yeah. That's all he had to say, bro. Yeah, big guard's going to be crazy, OD.
Now, I went to go look at
he said height a big factor in everything.
Stats. I mean, dude, this guy is tall, and he has an 84 perimeter defense. Now, yeah, KD is 6'11 with a 99 mid in Hall of Fame. Did I? So that probably has something to do with it. We were not going to get that on a my player, obviously. But Kevin Durant being as tall as he was, I could definitely feel an advantage shooting over people, and it wasn't.
But it gave KD the Ezak animation. That joint tough.
Shots. It wasn't just height. There were some jump shots where I was like, oh my God, Trae Young's base? I don't know what was going on with Trae Young's base, but I was graining a lot of contestants with Trae Young.
Trae Young is tough. I can't cap.
340s with Trae Young on Hall of Fame difficulty. I don't know.
Trae Young just looked tough.
Base, but he's making contested shots. You know, even Chet Holmgren, look at over Tyrese Maxey's a little small guard.
Mini marksman probably crazy on this game.
We all know about the L2 cheese. Now, when you dex with the right trigger, it's still the same animation. Now, fatigue was often learned 2K, so I don't have visual proof of this. But for the people that were testing triple threat and all that stuff, when they were tapping R2 to dex like you would around the 2's core or the 3's to L2, you would lose a stamina off one R2 dex. So you want to backdoor with the right trigger dex, you're gonna lose it. You're gonna lose an adrenaline. You want to run right and then right trigger back to the left, you're losing an adrenaline guaranteed. So if you're going to dex even once, you better get open because you're losing an adrenaline, and starting a possession catching the ball with 2 adrenaline is a huge disadvantage because you're probably going to go down to 1 adrenaline after a couple moves, and it's not very easy to green a shot with no adrenaline or even 1 adrenaline. Limitless range. Now, I got Deep Bomber Takeover once. Yes, Deep Bomber is back. I got it with Kevin Durant. Hall of Fame difficulty, step back, shooting over Daniel Gafford, got an open, greening it with rhythm shooter or rhythm shooting. And once again, I proved that it is on Hall of Fame difficulty. That was pretty crazy. It went right off the backboard, so that's how you know I got the green window spot on with that tempo timing. Now, I was in Learn 2K with Steph Curry. It was a 99.3. Now, keep in mind, these players, none of them had legend badges, so Curry is Hall of Fame limitless range. And I was just testing out shooting with rhythm from super deep. Now, for whatever reason, at Learn 2K, it was really hard to shoot, but obviously, this gameplay that I'm showing currently is literally from the Learn 2K logo, but I did green it a couple times. So it wasn't impossible.
And that's with Curry.
To shoot from out there.
He didn't have legend badges either, by the way.
Unfortunately, we didn't get to test.
So if he had legend limitless range, maybe he hitting that more.
I would like to test that and see how that was working out there. But I did green twice out of, you know, several tries out from there. But now you're probably asking, how hard is shooting? There's a pure green window, guys. It's got to be easy, right? Dude, on Hall of Fame, I don't know what it was. Maybe it was Learn 2K. I mean, you guys saw me shooting pretty well in play now. You have to be locked in. I don't know if you notice in the feedback, it's only going to show late, early, or green. So in my head, I'm like, dude, am I timing it this far off? Because it's like late, early. I'm used to like slightly early, slightly late.
There's no slightly.
You gotta be locked in. I was on push timing.
That's good. No more slightly.
Locked in on Hall of Fame.
That's good.
Struggle to shoot, dude. This is Curry with a 99.3. I felt that shooting middies, even though Curry's mid-range was, well, actually no, Curry had a 99.
Curry has a 97 mid-range,
so his rating's the same, but shooting the midi was just like a lot easier. And obviously I know shooting a mid-range should be
okay. I mentioned that early. I ain't heard a lot about how easy mid-ranges are compared to 3. Actually, now I'm thinking about it, I think Mike Wang did say something like that in the first vlog.
Dude, you're in the Learn 2K with no one guarding you, dude. I'm telling you, it was actually tough to shoot in this Learn 2K on Hall of Fame. I don't know if it's going to be like that in other Hall of Fame difficulty modes on the actual game, but I mean, I wasn't shooting too bad in play now, so I'm not.
Only Hall of Fame modes is Pro, Proving Ground, Stage, and Prom, right though? I'm pretty sure they say every year that Park is All-Star or Superstar and Rec is Superstar.
2K26, I would say.
I'm pretty sure that's what they say.
Little things. I'll show the shot meter really quick. I don't use it.
I could be wrong.
So this is the only clip you're going to see of it, which was the first clip I had in Community Day.
I ain't gonna lie, this looks tough. Just looking at the fans with their phones out to start that joint was hard.
And here is the little screen splash thing under your player. This was in 2K20. Yes, it is back. That's what.
Corner looked big as hell on that 5v5, bro. Like, bro in the corner looks super small.
Patty Mills was Patty Mills. Now, obviously, Patty Mills, like, dribble animations suck, and his releases are not very good. But when you put your custom releases on after unlocking Patty Mills, which is probably locked, it's going to be a good jump shot. It's Patty was padding, if that's what you're asking, okay? T-Mac now, T-Mac's jump shot on his actual player is, like, way slower. If you have a custom jump shot creator, it's going to be faster. T-Mac's jump shot was looking like the same. I don't know. It felt a lot slower because it's on T-Mac and his jump shot release is slow. LaMelo Ball base was terrible. I don't know if the releases just suck. I hated this jump shot. This was very hard to time. One person that actually liked their jump shot was the rookie on the Hornets, Knipple. I really like his jump shot and also his no dip catch and shoot.
How many people jump shots did he test?
Jr. also had a good jump shot. I felt like I was shooting a lot better than him with the other players in Learn 2K on Hall of Fame. Jonathan Isaac was a jump shot I used on my 7-foot centers, and this was terrible. I mean, I could not time his shots. It was really bad. He also has a terrible no dip catch and shoot. You can't even tell the difference. That's how slow.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Big's gonna be OP. Out of all the people I've seen them play with, KD looked like he was the most broken player.
For anyone wondering, Anthony's jump shot.
Carmelo joint looks smooth.
I'm not gonna lie. He also had
Carmelo joint looks smooth.
Catch and shoot. Also, Cam Thomas's base is probably the base I'm gonna start 2K26 with. I like that a lot. And like I said earlier, Curry with the no dip was really good. I might use that too. And Trae Young's base was like weirdly good. I was greening a lot of contestants with it. Free throws. Now, free throws are green or miss or on higher difficulties. I was on Hall of Fame, so it was green or miss. This is what the free throw looks like. I had the funnel meter on. If you guys are interested in using the meter, was my favorite meter in 2K24. You saw I purposely missed with Ja, doesn't go in. I barely missed the green with Giannis, doesn't go in.
I forgot about the fact you got a green every free throw
to make your free throw. So if you're gonna
all right, we can go past this.
Finishing, we're gonna
all right, let's get to slashing.
Here he is a 91 dunk, an 85 standing dunk. He is a 98 overall. I mean, those stats aren't final, but that's what I was using when I was playing.
Yeah, he's saying 98. I think he's at 97 in 2K this year.
Like I said earlier in the video. And once again, we are on Hall of Fame difficulty, just like I have been the whole video. We are going to start with the dunk meter. This is what the dunk meter looks like. I put on the funnel meter. Like I said, I changed it in the customized HUD settings. I have the large meter setting on. Now with the dunk meter this year, you have to hold the right trigger and just hold the right stick down. Same with the standing dunk meter. So it's a little different. First play, it was right over OB topping. I had a green window. You could visually see the green window.
Okay.
I'm just not used to it. I could have timed that, could have easily greened that right here, right over him.
Okay.
I mean, who was that? Andrew Nemhard? But once again, a lot of these dunks are going to be greenable. And that's what I like about that. At least give me a chance to green the dunk.
I don't know, man. I ain't gonna lie. I low-key kind of did like the little arrow thing they had last year with the dunk meter. It looked a lot cooler when you actually like looking at it back. I don't know, the big meter in a way, like when you playing, it help you, but it just don't look as good for clips. Can't lie.
No matter what, your player just goes over the dunk and get a very early. That's
like the arrow actually, it's kind of both best of both worlds. It's just you don't get the green window. That's just the dumb part about it.
And then you get a no meter. It's not like that in 26. You're going to have a green window. You can't bait it into just being a no meter. Right there, we had a super small meter right over somebody, but there was a green window. And right there, I pushed him over for a standing dunk meter. Ja Morant right on Jaylen Brown's head top. It was a small meter, but hey, that is super satisfying. I'm excited to use a high driving dunk in 2K26. Yes, Hall of Fame difficulty. And right here,
but none of these are like super high block rating players too.
That's what I like about the
so that's one thing you can. Okay, let's see. He got Rudy Gobert got out the paint. Rudy Gobert got out the paint. I'm trying to see him dunk on somebody with like a high dunk rate and see how that really looks.
Share their gameplay with me. Got this contact
dunk
right here.
That's not a high dunk rating.
The dunk meter definitely improved.
Not a high block rating.
I mean, now I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty excited for this, but this is kind of trash. At least in fives against the AI. It just seemed like
in game, it's not gonna be as good as it is in real life. Anything that's a slower animation 2K wise is never good.
It was also kind of weird to time because the meter.
It's a cool feature though, because that's a real life thing that they really like doing now because of Luka.
Never been something like that.
Nah.
But there just never seemed like there was a time to do it. I guess maybe when someone's in front of you on a court with less people. But for fives, it didn't seem that good. But look at, shout out to my boy Kang Dooms for this gameplay.
100% smothered green.
Slow down Euro in my team's triple threat somehow. Self alleys, don't be like me on your first self alley-oop thinking it is the same controls and do a flashy pass, because now A and X on Xbox is a flashy pass and XY is the self alley-oop. We were playing on PlayStation at Community Day and I was so confused with the icons because they're not color coordinated like Xbox, and I'm not used to where these icons are at. But yeah, every time you throw an alley-oop or a self-alley, a random button between A, X, and Y, and B, or whatever the PlayStation ones are, pops up, and you have to time it. Honestly, a lot of people were freaking out about this. It is not hard, people. It is pretty damn easy, but you still have to time it as well. Layup meters. Now, you can take your meter off and get a green bonus. I honestly like the meter on, especially with my meter settings. But yeah, you could still get pretty decently sized green windows on some tough layups. I mean, a 42% spin layup right there. A lot of times
he pretty much going over everything. I'm not gonna lie.
I like the green window sizes. I like.
He ain't really. He pretty much going over everything, showing everything that we really want to see. I can't lie.
So at the
it's a good video.
It just went down. I don't know if that's just because I'm on Hall of Fame, but even on this 88% contested layup with Giannis, there is some kind of green window there. Right there, I basically full barred it, went back down to the last second on the 89%. I don't know why. I mean, it's got to be Hall of Fame difficulty, right? Right here, I completely full barred the heck out of that. It was only a 19%. I'm guessing it was because Andrew Nemhard was on me. Little hop step lay right there with Giannis, going to the paint with Giannis again.
I don't know if I'm streaming tomorrow for the Bills. We'll see. I don't know.
That was going to end up going in. Ja Morant right here on this layup. Hop step into the lane, full bar at 61% layup right there. By the way, all of this is on Hall of Fame once again. So imagine on a lower difficulty. Zion, I kind of full bar that one, but it says early 14%. So must have shrunk at the very last second. Anthony Edwards, little scoop lay right there. That ended up being open somehow. And you're going to see a baseline right here with Anthony Edwards where I finally am not running out of bounds when I'm doing a reverse 2K25. The standing dunk meter. It works just like the driving dunk meter where you just hold the right trigger, right stick down. Right here, I wasn't even expecting it because I'm so used to just going down the right stick. And then look at Kristaps, I barely don't green that. Like, that was really, really close. Almost a full bar right here. I pre-fire the standing dunk.
Okay.
Mobley on the pick and roll, which I like. You just hold the right stick before you
no way.
the ball.
Nah, not with Jokic.
Right here,
I'm finna
like
say.
Kristaps one. It's not a complete full bar, but I'm like barely below that green window to the point where I'm basically on top.
You got a
of
Browns rebuild game?
Now, the first thing I did was test Devin Booker floater because it was really good in 2K24. So Devin Booker across into the floater, 6% on the first one.
Oh
I'm
my
like, okay.
gosh.
The reason why it wasn't good in 2K25 is because randomly you would get this.
I can see my team being crazy fun on this game. I'm not gonna lie.
But when I was playing Play Now here, every time I went to his opposite ball hand, just like 24, the case it was in 24, I would get it. And I was like, damn, this shit's back. But then I went to learn 2K. And I would randomly get the other ones. And this would not happen in Play Now. So I'm not sure what to expect when the game drops with like a my player. Because I'm telling you,
but you gotta think about it, bro. You gotta think. I'm not gonna lie.
And
they got custom layup packages.
Animation every time.
So, oh, but I see what you
I
mean.
learned 2K. It was just random, so I'm not sure what's going on here. I'm not sure what to expect. Bam Adebayo floater is like Sabonis's. It is insane. You can shoot floaters from like very deep mid-range area.
Why was he testing every single player in the game though? Bro was testing Bam. Who else was it that he was testing that was random? Canuple.
So
bro was literally just testing everybody animations on this joint.
Laker fan was all
Shout out to
over
bro. I
this.
can't lie, he was kind of hooping.
Yeah, you're gonna want to look out for Bam Adebayo.
He was kind of hooping with that.
A lot of people were overreacting to this new green.
For surely overreacting to this.
Nah,
the whole trend that came out of this where you gotta green anything in 2K is crazy though. That joke was hilarious.
You're not going to not get the rebound because you didn't green it. Here is some triple threat gameplay from Laker fan. Shout out to him. He was on Wilt Chamberlain here. And look at, he worms him. He's greening the rebound. It's not like something where you, like super OP. I wasn't noticing like, oh my God, I greened the rebound, so I jumped over everybody. It's not like that. Okay. Right here, Jokic gets the rebound on the twos. He's just dogging Wemby with the green rebounds. It's really just a visual thing. We've always had a timer rebounds.
Yeah.
And now it's just showing you
rebounding look good.
That you timed it correctly.
Sometimes rebounding look good.
You might win it because you greened it, but just because you don't,
them animations look good. I can't lie.
Mean you're gonna fumble it out of bounds or something, y'all. Passing.
Like just because Embiid taller than Jokic a better rebounder than him, so he was getting him. That looked good. I can't lie.
Hit him in the back without them clicking a button, and you get a turnover, right? So when I was doing,
so height is gonna matter, but it looked like rating's gonna matter more in that rebounding joint. So I like that.
I don't know why that is a thing. That might be one of the worst features they've ever had. Why would anybody want an auto lob pass feature? Make sure to turn that off as soon as you load up 2K26, or else you are going to be very irritated when you randomly throw a Y lob pass when you're just clicking A with your high pass sag or even your low pass sag. Okay, yeah, these seemed fine, right? Then I tried to test the wraparound pass feature, which is just double tapping B, and this was implemented into the game to avoid you hitting people in the head or in the back. So I do it right here with Obi Toppin.
He's finna hit somebody in the head.
He gets this slow animation where he just goes around and
hits somebody instantly. I knew it, bro. He was slow. He was baiting it too hard. Probably not, gang. I was gonna stream on Twitch and YouTube same time.
Then I have Halliburton. He does.
And my OBS was tweaking, so I just said nah. No point.
Way longer pass on the fast break gets stolen. So we're 2 for 2 on turnovers. And it literally went right out. Like
rap passes look like they just longer animations. Nobody using that.
Actually, the ball is there's
no one's using that.
The ball being thrown.
He's gonna get the best pass style possible in the game.
Oh, you fat fingered B.
Oh, he using Tyrese Halliburton. I just peeped. Oh yeah, that's
here on this possession, you're gonna see Halliburton wants to bounce past the ball.
They may have just nerfed Tyrese Halliburton pass style though.
Fourth time, I just quit. It doesn't work well at all. It doesn't work how I think it was intended. No one would use this in a competitive setting, and you can't icon pass it too. So this feature did not fix our issue.
I gotta remember that that's gonna take an adjustment period.
Was there a situation where
all the new passing settings and controls?
Someone and hit him in the back or the head.
That's gonna take an adjustment period.
I don't think I played enough to see that happen, to be honest. So, and I'm sure it's not out of the game after I literally did a wraparound pass and it happened to Isaiah Hartenstein, so it probably still is in the game.
He's spamming this clip though.
Post scoring. Wow, do we have an interesting segment? Because this is
I don't know if
crazy.
I want to see this.
Post fade seems pretty crazy. I mean, not crazy, but just like normal. I was rhythm shooting it. Last second, Julius Randle button shot. 9% with the shot clock going down. I didn't even intend on shooting.
Shooting looked pretty tough.
That was the only thing I had. little rhythm shots. All I did was just hold up on the right trigger or hold the right trigger, hold up on the right stick, and I would get a lot of those animations that a lot of players had equipped, like Jokic had equipped with the little shimmy fade. You could still spin people, throw them to the floor. I just did it with Booker.
Yeah.
You can spam the post spin. You can like speed boost out of it. Like post
no adrenaline. He's still moving, bro. Like, I guess it is.
Standing dunk and one on Booker. He is a smaller defender.
No dunk meter. Jokic just dunking. Okay. All right, 2K.
Like, spam the post.
Yeah,
change position thing.
Maybe the cappest thing I ever seen 2K do.
Post spin, I throw him off me with no takeover.
I don't care who guard Jokic. Jokic is not putting nobody in the rim like that.
So I mistimed that, and then I started getting double teamed already. So okay, spin Mark Williams off me again.
He really dunking like this. Hold on,
2K.
What Jokic y'all watching?
Their hooks. Their I don't know. I don't know if they. I really couldn't tell you if they were good or not. But we were grinning some post hop shots with Jokic that were yellows on Hall of Fame.
Jokic has a 98 mid range, so I'm not too surprised by that.
Fade. If you hold the right trigger and hold up on the right stick, you get this little shimmy post fade.
MJ's
a lot of players
little
had
release is trash.
The same one.
Bron release is trash too.
I think Carmelo.
Everything looked good until they start releasing the ball.
Well, you saw Jokic had the same one. Kobe
in real life,
had the same one, and
Mark Williams is trash though.
The paint, you get this hook, and most people had the same.
I've been telling you that.
Post go-to shots though. Wow, so they added post go-tos just like the little go-to shots. Now, depending on if the ball,
I ain't never seen KD do this move in my life.
Facing up or posting up, you get a different.
That's my man's too.
So these were KD's go-tos.
That one okay.
Is without holding the right trigger.
That one yeah.
The left trigger, so you're posting up or just face up.
But the other one, nah.
The right stick.
Hell no.
That's how you activate the go-tos. The post go-tos. So these.
Who is that gang? Who is Baby KG?
By the way, shout out to Joey 2K for getting
KD. I may gotta play my team this year, boy. Melo and KD look. I like the fact they really gassed Melo this year though.
Now there is some post go-tos that are going to be very OP, I think. And
Melo joint crazy.
Problem in 2K26. I'm going to be honest. Here is Dirk's post
yeah, Dirk is going to be crazy.
Now, did everyone test everyone's post go-to? No, there's probably.
I don't think that shit working in game. That shit doing too much.
But I think we found
that joint doing too much. Hey, he really greening that boy.
But let's go ahead. Keep
he really greening that.
Dirk's definitely gonna be a good one.
I'm not even acknowledge what you just said. Who you said was Baby KG.
Hakeem's was really satisfying. He's got the little dream shake. That's pretty cool.
Wait, that's the full animation?
I don't really care for post scoring, but
that's the full animation
cool with the little dream shake.
That footwork is nasty. I ain't gonna lie.
Yao Ming can post go to and post hook from the 3.
Wait, that's who he was. I thought this was Sengun. That's Yao Ming big ass. Alright, bro.
Point line.
Alright.
And it counts as a 3. This
is
insane. I'm already knowing 7-4 post scores are going to be chucking from the 3-point line.
Nah, this is crazy.
How good are these going to be in the park?
Why is he actually greening it this much?
Animation looks hard to contest anyways. I mean, and this is your post hook rating.
Bro, look at how wild. How are you even guarding that?
From the 3 with Yao.
Somebody making a Wimby build and just spamming this joint.
25-3 probably. And still get this green window right here. We gotta test this in game for sure. But
25 3-ball and you can do this in game. 25 3-ball and you can green this in game.
Obviously, we gotta test the game.
Man, what?
It is a very funny animation.
25 3-ball. He was making these. Okay. Was he on Hall of Fame though?
Defense, okay.
I didn't see like that was his gameplay. It looked like it was Joey's gameplay.
Defender's stats. We have a Men Thompson out there. We're gonna be showing bumps.
Okay. This is what I want. This the most important part. This is the most important part of the video right here. The defense. This is what I've really been waiting on.
And interior, Men Thompson has some great defensive stats. He is also an 88 overall. And we're gonna start with lanes. Okay, lanes are very good in NBA 2K26. I was playing a lot of play now, so I didn't really get to test lanes too much, but the people that were playing online and when I played online, lanes are good. Okay, but let's get into bumps first before I showed the lanes gameplay. Patty Mills, I'm just bumping up the court. Mike Wang said that, and here's a Men Thompson. Mike Wang said that they have a lot more like player connection type of thing. Like it can get a lot more physical in terms of bumps. So you kind of attach onto players more. So that's why you're seeing these bump animations, so I can't even imagine when you actually make a lockdown.
A lot, yeah. And we seen how easy the dribbling is, but how easy it is to mess up the dribbling with the bumps. And he said everything on the game is OP, whether you're a lock, interior big, a rebounder. If you want to really focus on being something, you're gonna be OP. So I'm glad they got real good balance.
Okay, so we're into lane
6
steals.
fumbles,
You guys remember
7
how lane
total
steals
yards.
were really good in the beginning of 2K25,
Dang.
like patch 1. Then they had to
Next
nerf
Twitch
them.
stream
I
probably
wouldn't
be Saturday.
say
I'm gonna stream on
they're
YouTube
as
again
crazy as
tomorrow for the
patch
build
1
stuff.
2K25, but they're good. They're definitely good. I like where they're at. I feel like lane steals take skill.
I don't think I'm gonna drop another video today for 2K.
Higher.
I think I'm gonna just let the stream upload and just let this be the video. And I dropped the video this morning.
Your reaction
already.
to these passes have to be faster than they were last year. Okay, so this is a lot of 5v5 gameplay in the All-Star team up, my team thing. Shout out to everyone that gave me their
Lanes
gameplay.
look
Shout out
crazy.
to Laker fan and Dooms that were playing in these games. Laker fan was on Wilt.
Oh yeah,
and
he getting them
Dooms was
lanes for
on
surely.
Shay. Yeah, definitely lane steals being good. Well, I mean, we'll have to see how they are online when everyone gets their badges and stuff, and we have lockdown builds actually out there. Continuing on with steals, we have pluck steals. So pluck steals are really just where you tap a button and just get this pluck animation.
That's a
this
bump,
is more
though.
like a loose ball from the AI.
That's more like a bump.
How the player
Yeah,
that
that's
dropped
like
the
a
ball
bump
got in this
steal. That's not
animation, so
pluck.
the defender can pick it up, because it was kind of annoying in past 2Ks where the defender or the guy that loses the ball just is the first one to pick it up. But something I will say is pluck steals are like a lot more rare than other 2Ks. Okay, I got a couple pluck steals.
Oh, he said reaching on the wrong
Rare,
side not
okay?
gonna happen as much
Most
this
of the
year.
time,
That's definitely happening.
The first time you click X to steal the ball, it is a foul like 95% of the time. You either get a
he got it off
foul
Wemby, though.
or you get the ball. And
I don't know how he
95% of
stole
the
that
time,
one.
It is a foul. So you can't just be reaching in 2K26. You have to be smart of when you
That's
click
W.
X. So people that are just spamming X, you are about to foul out of every game if you do that in 2K26.
That's a W,
Blitz
I ain't gonna
steals.
lie.
You don't know what blitz steals are? It's when you blitz the ball hand. Maybe you get the shoulder into them and you get the ball. Blitz steals, obviously, are in 26 still. That's a good thing. This is going to be the best way for lockdowns to get steals, because plucks are a lot more rare, and if you do miss the blitz, you are going to look very stupid because you get stuck in an animation. And even sometimes when you feel like you're on the edge of the blitz, sometimes if you reach too early, you get this really slow animation, you end up fouling. Perimeter defense. We're going to be showing contests on perimeter defense, a bunch of different clips, and then you guys can give me your opinions on whether you think some of these should have been contested or not, open or not, or whatever. I'm going to be showing clips of me contesting the AI and then the AI contesting
Especially
me.
with Curry being the one contesting it, that's
So
open.
sometimes when the AI makes a contested shot on me, it's just because it's on Hall
I ain't
of
gonna lie,
Fame.
Hall of Fame AI is not really something you can really be a good gauge, because I don't know what it is. Hall of Fame AI, they just get more consistent contests. That's just how it's been for the last couple years.
Coverage on it. Another thing,
Like, you can do the same thing as Hall of Fame AI, you not getting that same percentage. I'm not gonna lie. You just not getting that. Oh my God, bro! Bro just dove at Curry.
Testing. So Drew Holiday.
Bro was open, and that man just got like a speed boost to blitz Curry.
I went to go see what Donovan Clean's perimeter D was. He has like a 50 perimeter defense, and he has 7'2". Yeah, Damian Lillard was making some crazy stuff, but once again, it's Hall of Fame, so don't pay attention to whether the shot goes in or not. Just look at the contest. So right there, that was an open.
The Rockets gonna be nasty on this next 2K. I ain't gonna lie.
For a mid-range and just shooting right in his grill just to see what percent I could get. He gets a hand up in the last second, 30-something%. D-Lo with the ball. He ends up getting swatted right here.
No.
I don't think I've ever seen that animation. Kyrie Irving, little front fade. The Pro 2 fades are back, by the way. So for all my Pro M guards that are midi diving all year long, you're gonna be doing that again for 26, okay? Cade Cunningham, contested shot right there, ends up getting off balance. Right here, I don't know how I got
AI
open.
just
I
cooked
feel
the
like
hell
that
out of
should've
bro.
been wide open. I wasn't even close. Maybe it's because Drew Holiday just has a super high prim. But Jeremy Sohan has a slow jumper.
Drew Holiday has a super high perimeter defense.
Player getting jumped at. What was that, like a 10%?
surely.
That's pretty crazy. Then on the other end, Devin Booker's, that's an open with Wemby jumping at him.
That's
I guess
a
a little too
stupid
late.
ass contest.
Brennan Ingram falls over.
That
He
didn't
has to
make
keep
no
falling
sense.
over.
Wemby got a
Shoot
99
crazy
block
shot.
too. That
Tyrese
made no
Maxey
sense.
makes like a 68% on me. Now, it is on Hall of Fame, so is a real person gonna be able to green that on you in the stage? Probably not. Lou Dort gets around the screen and gets a really good contest on that, even though he did get a bad animation. Halliburton.
Is there anything else here, though? We've been watching this joint for 50 minutes.
All day going in. I got my hands up. All right, actually jumped with Brandon Bajinski, 19%. That's Cooper flag goes to the lane. Sengun gets a crazy high contest on that. Now, obviously, I couldn't do this on every possession of who is contesting who. But I wanted to do it every once in a while just to get an idea. And he has a 73 interior defense at 6'11". PJ Washington, I got my hands up with Jabari Smith. That is a 40%. You could also get those pull-out animations where you're behind the player in the paint. And Booger for a 22%. And Embiid, that's a 23% with Chet with a hands up. I feel like I got thrown into a bad animation.
He a baby though for Embiid. That makes
Triple
sense,
threat.
I guess.
Shout out to Laker fan for giving this gameplay. Crazy chase down block right there. And then
Whoever
back
was
to
using
the
Wemby
dunk
right
meter
there
clips.
trolling.
You can see the green window of these dunk meters and who's
But that's
guarding
Giannis.
me
I ain't gonna lie,
to
it
get
is
those
Giannis
dunk
end of the
meters.
day.
So Andrew Nemhard green window over the top of Obi Toppin. Super small meter again, but that was
Yeah, we seen all this earlier though.
ability right here on Jabari Smith. And like I said earlier, takeover doesn't really keep your energy fully like it used to. Like you
Wait, what?
19, you have that glass cleaning takeover back there, and then you have the rim protection takeover, and then you have that silky shooter takeover ability right here on Jabari Smith. Laker fan getting takeover in my team triple threat, but like the takeover literally wasn't equipped, so he just got like the red ring. But speaking of 2v2 3v3 Sunset Park gameplay and 5v5 all-star team up, I already uploaded the video of the best clips from Community Day 2K26 early access. In those
So he got all the best clips on there too? Bro, they literally just giving him the videos at that point, bro. Okay. Alright, so right here we got Joe Knows doing an interview with Mike Wang. He made a big deal about this because usually 2K do interviews with like these corporate companies that don't really play the game. We all know Joe Knows plays the game. So let's see what this is talking about.
Hey, David, he looks like he has a blue outline. Is it just the monitor?
It's probably just the peaking.
It's his aura.
Okay.
Yeah, it's his aura.
Let's get right into it. One of the biggest talking points from last year's game, the RNG in shooting.
Mike Wang got on the
What
fives.
can you tell us about shooting this year, and can you compare it to a past 2K?
Okay, so we've talked about this online a little bit. There's no RNG in shooting. I'm going to say that with an exception. There's RNG still in like those quick heaves that you get at the ends of buzzers, buzzer beaters, and like half court, full court heaves. Okay, so that's still, I don't want to get labeled a liar.
Fair enough.
That's still going to use the dice roll. But everything else is straight green windows, pure green windows. They scale based on attributes and coverage and all the badges and everything. But those windows, once they're set by those things, if you can time your shot in those windows, you will hit the shot.
So theoretically, you can time your shot in those windows. You can shoot 100%.
You can shoot 100%. Yeah. So compared to past 2Ks, that one's hard to answer because we really have never done this before.
I know how to troll that.
This was probably 24. 24, we had a pure green window, a little bit larger one, but that one even had RNG on the edges. So what happened there is like, it was a really, really tight window that most people probably couldn't hit consistently. And then that would bleed out to like, 0% chance on the edges. So we still used a dice roll.
0% chance on the
some people would
edges.
go like,
What the hell does that even
they would at
mean?
least hit some shots if they were kind of sloppy on their timing.
Right.
Not even trolling.
You'd say it's
What does that
like
even
a
mean?
more skilled base 2K24.
Why did he just let him
absolutely.
say that without questioning that?
You know, if you are crazy good at shot timing,
You're
and you
gonna-
take good shots, you're going to destroy people.
You're going to separate yourselves from other players.
Absolutely. And, to offset that, I'll throw that out there too, is that, one of the reasons why we felt we could go this way is because defense is stronger. So contests, they're powerful. If you can get a hand up, and I watch you guys play a lot. I know you guys are really good at doing this. So you know when to jump, you know when to stay down, you know when to be in hands up. People who master that, they're going to be able to ding these shooters hard enough where it's going to be such a hard window to hit that consistently at least, that you're going to keep the percentages down. So I'm not too worried because at least all the play tests we've been having, we're getting good numbers.
So we'll segue into shot contests then. It seems like it can be challenging to find a balance, right? You have attributes, badges, player heights, player wingspans, hand placements on the contest. How do you try to balance it to make it to a point where you're not getting contests when you shouldn't, and then you are, it's not too strong, too weak? How do you find the balance between all those factors?
Yeah, it's really hard. It's just a lot of iteration, and it's seeing what feels right. And the hardest thing about contests, I'm going to say, is usually what happens is in the 2K cam view when you're playing live with no replays, sometimes things don't look as contested as they are, or vice versa. Like sometimes it's like, oh, there's a crowd of dudes on the guy. Why is it like a 2% contest? And usually it's because 2 guys are flat-footed, 1 guy's behind the shooter, and it looks really crazy, but it's actually pretty open. And so it's really hard to dissect, you know, every little clip.
I ain't gonna lie, man. The main issue with 2K contestants in the last couple years has really been them. Like, people will complain and ask for a patch. And it always, I swear, it always mess up the contest system. It always does. Like, they'll try to do like some new, they'll try to improve the contest system, whether it be in the paint or especially on the perimeter. The paint just be cooked for the most part. And it's just GG's after that. It's just GG's after that. It's no return. It's just what it is.
If you were to freeze frame it at the point of the release, it's actually...
You can kind of see why the game is saying this is not a heavily contested shot. Even though to your eyes, in real time, in the heat of battle, it might look contested. But yeah, it's really just a lot of balancing and trying to make it so that, you know, everything is a factor. We want people to invest in good perimeter defense or interior defense on the inside. We want to make sure that, you know, height is effective, wingspan's important. All those things got to be important.
Right.
And not, you know, overpower each other.
Staying on the topic of shooting.
That's true.
Rhythm shooting was added to 2K25. You've already talked about how rhythm shooting is different this year, and we kind of need to recalibrate our brains in terms of how to think about it. You've also talked about how you want button and rhythm shooting to both be viable options. What are some factors you would say people should consider when they decide if they want to shoot with the button or with the stick?
It's going to be labbing, I think. It's going to be finding the shot that works for you and finding out like what you're good at. Because it's, I guess my analogy, maybe it's not a good one, but it might be like if shooting with the button is like shooting a free throw, and shooting with the stick is like shooting a deep 3-pointer with maybe a slightly larger basket. It's like one might be easier for somebody and one might be harder for somebody, but it really depends on the person. Like some people are just going to get it. Some people are going to be in rhythm shooting and be like, I understand that tempo is what really matters. I got to get a certain speed.
Most likely. I mean,
to master shooting. And some people are like,
you got to think about it, bro. When people are not going to have their badges off rip,
use the button. That's fine.
It's always gonna be something people like don't complain about. Them first day, that first day,
crazy.
It's gonna be a lot of complaints.
I'll use button for this case. I'll use stick for this case. I'll use stick for this case. Button for this case.
It's kind of what it is.
Yeah, certain shots.
Especially when people don't have their badges. Some people may get their badges faster, and they gonna be like, "How the hell he doing this?" You know, it's just kind of just what happens every year.
And that's kind of one of the metrics for me, actually, is internally, what are people doing? What are they gravitating towards to be successful? And I've found that it's really a good mix. So I think we're in a decent spot. And I don't know why I want this, but I think rhythm shooting is cool. And if it was, you know, up to me, everyone would at least try it. But like we said earlier, it's like I didn't want it to be like last year. There was definitely an advantage.
Right.
And there might be an advantage this year if you find it easier because you just happen to understand the mechanic better. But really, you can't go wrong with either.
So if someone's not like you, if they don't like rhythm shooting, it's like you can shoot with the button, you're on the level playing field. It's just it's just preference.
And some people are going to be like destroying people on the button.
I'm not gonna lie. Based on what Splash said with how easy it is to green on the game, and then they said that you don't have to green but one of the rhythm shooting, I think rhythm shooting is still gonna be better. It's just I don't think X is gonna be bad. Like last year, X was just it was a clear disadvantage. I don't think it's gonna be a disadvantage. I don't know. I mean, if something better, I guess it kind of is a disadvantage. I think it's gonna be just easy to green regardless. But I do think having to only have to green one and you get an option to green two, that's just gonna be easier. And he already said the contest doesn't seem like it's not gonna be that good. So I'm a little, I don't know.
On the rhythm shoot,
I don't know.
Go 0 for 10. Yeah. So it's really, yeah. The goal is to make it both viable. Whether they're equal, I don't know if there's even a way to put a metric behind that because I don't know how to gauge something that's that different, right? It's just different.
With the addition of the Badge Max +2 perk, you know, you're going to be able to boost badges multiple levels now. Can you speak to how effective it's going to be? You know, let's say, you know, your 78 3-pointer is typically silver set shot. Mm-hmm. How effective is it going to be to boost it to 78 3-pointer with half set shot versus actually getting the requirement of 3-pointer to unlock the badge level? Like, how can we kind of in our brains define like how much better it's going to be?
That's a very difficult question.
All right.
It's very nuanced. And the thing about badges is that they're situational, right? So a rating is going to be more global and it's going to affect you everywhere.
Alright, I'm rhythm shooting for sure. The shit is literally cheating low key. I'm not gonna lie, I think that's what's gonna happen. Majority of people are gonna use rhythm shooting, but if you was like a person this year that refused to use rhythm shooting, you're gonna be fine using X or square. I'm pretty sure that's just what it is.
Certain situations or certain
But
contexts.
for the most
you
part,
have
if
to
you like
consider
rhythm
that,
shooting
like what
already,
kinds of shots you taking.
you probably
So,
gonna still rhythm
yeah,
shoot because
generally
it's gonna be
speaking, I would
even
just
easier to
say
do.
Find the shots that you like to take or that you tend to take. Find out the badge that's going to work best for, and then go all in on that badge. That's better than getting like bronze everything. Bronze everything is going to be like, it's not going to do a lot for you, to be honest. You're going to want to go at least silver or gold to see some effects from that badge. Otherwise, just go in on your attributes, and that's going to be more beneficial to you.
All right, let's switch gears. Finishing. We've seen 2Ks where finishing has been insane. Dunks, layups, floaters, all types of things.
I do like how rhythm
We've seen
shooting can
years where it's
control.
been
You can control
a
it
bit
though.
hit or miss, and
A lot
really
better this year.
consistent. It seems like this year was an area of focus, with custom layups and bringing back the visible green window on dunks and layups.
Almost forgot about custom
Talk
layups.
about
I'm not
the
gonna lie.
challenges in terms of finding a balance, because again, there's so many factors: attributes, badges, player momentum, player size, height, all those things. How do you find that balance so that it's not overpowered, but it's also not inconsistent?
Yeah, that's another difficult one. Just one of the things I'll say from the outset is one of the goals for our team this year was, and this sounds weird, but we wanted every play style to be OP. So, you've maybe heard that before, right?
Yeah.
So like, it sucks when there's one dominant play style or two dominant play styles. We wanted it to be like, if you created a slasher and even a layup slasher, like really specific thing. You want to be a guy who just finishes like Kyrie, that you can do that and you can be effective and you can like kill people with that.
Yeah.
But if you were like, some glass cleaning interior defensive guy, and if you invest everything in that and you get good at that, you can just stop everything in the paint.
If everything's OP, then it's kind of just like pick what you want to be.
Yeah, pick what you want to be.
Yeah.
We want there to be a diversity in play styles.
So that's an interesting. Okay, that's an interesting. I don't know if he explained that way he meant. That's an interesting little thing he said. I guess that if everything's OP, everything's OP. I guess I don't know if I took that. I don't know if I got that right, but
to answer your question with slashing, yeah, it was a point of emphasis, especially with layups and dunks, to make slashing just more of a game, like more of a weapon.
Right.
Because we
more of a weapon. Why?
He's thinking green or miss is back. People are gonna be like, okay, I'm making a 3-point shooter.
Yeah.
I'm gonna left, right, cheese behind screens and just pull every shot. It's not as easy as it sounds. So don't think you're going back to 2K24.
It sounds like offense gonna be
different.
stupid in this
with the
game.
contest. So
Bro said he trying to make finishing more OP.
What they're building.
One way to play.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen it already downstairs, but like floaters are tough. Like they're really strong, and if you get in your bag and you find the custom layup package,
This game sound like 22. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you can be exploding downhill and stop on a dime and just.
I just gotta see
float
what
it
the
over
defense
bit.
look
Yeah,
like.
no, it's-
And dunks too. You see it. We made
But
dunks
its
easier,
passing
so
lanes
it's
seem
pull down on
easy.
stick now. It's not
On ball
big
defense seem
Mortal
easy.
Kombat
The
throw,
post
people
just
call
nerfed.
it.
I don't know.
Seems like even it's like
easier.
standing dunks.
Now imagine a 6-7 point guard build with shooting and finishing, plus defense. Basically a two-way on top of that. If you can rhythm shoot, you'll literally be unguardable. It seemed like shooting just easy in general though. It seemed like everybody gonna be able to shoot, and the skill gap gonna be like greening in different situations, not just in when you're open, I guess, and your ability to get open in pretty much any situation. But we'll see. Like I said, I just need to see what the defense look like, because it seemed like the offense, everything I've heard, it seemed like the offense got the advantage in every situation. Like dribbling seemed like it's gonna be better, shooting seemed like it's gonna be easier, and bro just said he tried to make finishing OP just so that he can balance it with shooting, because he didn't want everybody to make shooters and just neglect finishing. And then he said, when it came to defense, if you want to make like just a straight glass cleaning rim protector, and you don't want nobody to ever score on you in the paint, you can do that. He tried to make everything OP. If that's true, that's gonna be balanced. If everything is OP, like if you really just focus on making a lock where you able to stop everything on the perimeter, or you make a big man that you just trying to get rebounds and really lock down the paint, it seems like you can actually do what you trying to do. But maybe he didn't explain that right. It still seems like it's going to be kind of slanted to the offense, but we'll see it when we see it.
So, as well, like standing meter dunks, everything seems a bit more.
Yeah,
Okay.
a little worried about 7-4s, but I think they're okay. We'll
A little worried about 7-4s. Now, I'm not going to lie. Them 7-4s going to be kind of crazy. They're going to be kind of crazy. I like making them smaller bigs. We're going to have to see what's really the height for the smaller bigs this year, because 7-4s, that make everything a little bit tough. If everything is crazy, then nothing is crazy. I mean, nah, I ain't gonna lie, nah. If everything is crazy, something on there crazy, gang. Might as well be 6'6" for legend first step. We don't know how we gonna see tomorrow how easy it is to get all this stuff on these builds. You may not even be able to get gold quick first step. You may be able to get gold quick first step on a 6'7" this year. We don't know. This low-key giving me 2K16 vibes I see now. Based on what they saying, it remind me a little bit more of 22 or 15. I don't know about 16. 16 was a defensive focused game first. I'm not gonna lie. Let's keep watching.
When it comes to dribbling in 2K26, what was your?
Because no matter what you made in 2K16, you were OP once you were maxed. I guess I can see that. I guess, yeah. I guess I can see that.
Your vision, what did you see and what did you want to execute? And are we going to see big builds being explosive and popping off the dribble like?
Can you still get knocked out the meter? What do you mean by that? Are you talking about dunk meter? Like get taken out of dunks with when you do dunk meter? I don't think they actually addressed that. 23 layups were definitely tough. 24 layups were wild too.
Players in real life. 23
layups was definitely wild.
But they're definitely moving better.
Okay.
The goal for dribbling at a high level was to make it.
Hold on. What do you ask?
What did you see and what did you want to execute? And
we gotta make this. We gotta make this end in the last 15 minutes.
Being explosive and popping off the dribble like LeBron and Durant and all the taller players in real life.
I wouldn't say popping, but they're definitely moving better.
Okay.
The goal for dribbling at a high level was to make it.
Nah, chill.
Let players branch.
21. I ain't gonna lie, everybody was not OP on 21, gang. And off the simple fact that they said shooting is straight up easy, it's not gonna be like 21. I'm not gonna lie though. I'm not gonna lie. For the people that actually like don't be, I don't know what's the word. Don't just be saying 2K did good every single time. Like Splash said, when on ball defense looked good. The movement, sliding, all that, it looked good. The issue is on ball steals, if those are good. But passing lane steals are OD because the passing angles are trash apparently. So, like I said, we gonna see gameplay within 13 minutes. We just gotta, you know what I'm saying? We just gotta bear that in mind. We gonna see.
Branch and chain moves together more readily, more freely.
Nah, defense hasn't been OP
moves
in a minute.
More explosive. Both launching out of them. And
I know what you mean by 21. You talking about X and 5. Yeah, nah, that offense definitely was OP on that game. But that game had no defense. The skill gap was if you could get a stop. That game had no defense. I ain't gonna lie.
Between moves.
We'll see though.
And then just putting a lot of different combos in that haven't been in the game for a while or never have been in the game.
Right.
So that's exciting to me always. Working on the dribbler is just like, what can I Easter egg into this thing? Not telling anybody.
I think
about
first day meta gonna be like 99
See
three-ball
how long
builds.
it takes them to find it?
Yeah, gotta wait till Schizo's video comes out. Or
If you playing threes always gonna be important to get up.
Yeah, discoverability to me is like one thing that I'm excited about for dribbling, and I think people are going to find like their dribble style.
Twos though,
that you can set up with
6'7's probably gonna be OD.
Find the right combo that that you're good at and get in their bag and.
Yeah, I messed with it a little
I wonder
bit.
what's the tallest height you can be to get 99 3-ball this year.
Even the 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", yeah, definitely compared to last year, much more. I know you said not poppy, but I would describe it as more, burst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Shea, our cover guy, because a lot of his animations are pretty tough. So he's a good dribble style to try out too. I'd say for the bigger guards.
So judging by the things you've tweeted and answered questions on, it seems like you're kind of leaning towards a more
First build 7'4" just to see. I know 7 got the attributes. You got to think about your speed though. Yeah, you're gonna be a slug at 7'4". You already a slug at 7'3". They probably slanted speed because they also added a new height. So that's why I'm saying, like, just because 6'6" and under was able to get the gold speed with ball or lightning lunch, that don't mean 6'7" is not gonna get it this year, and 6'8" may get it too. Because you gotta think about it, they gotta slant everything because of that height. All in on my 6'8" two-way slasher this year. Ain't gonna lie, I'm making a Booker kind of build, first build. That's gonna probably be a good build. 99 3-ball probably stop at 6'6". I think it stopped at 6'5" last year, so you may be cooking. We'll see. But I don't know if they're gonna do that because 6'6" is very popular. They usually try to nerf the popular builds like this. So I'm thinking 6'6", 6'4" is gonna be kind of nerfed somehow. We'll see. Maybe they didn't focus on that this year.
System in the game, you know, like you said, pluck steals have been nerfed, but blitz steals will be rewarded. It seems like if you outplay your opponent, that's what you're looking to reward defensively. Was that the idea going into?
Yeah, Nicholas, it was 6'5".
Especially with steals. You know, steals have been for a long time haven't had much of a gain to them.
Right.
It was kind of a ratings-based dice roll. So that's what I meant when I said the pluck steals are gone.
Yeah.
The ones that are just calculated by like, here's your rating, here's my rating, I hit the button, let's just play an animation out. That's all gone. So
I think that's good. I'm not gonna lie. And I play lock and I play guard on both ends. I get it. But that entire thing is low-key RNG. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you can time somebody steal, you can time somebody dribble and not get a steal. You can get fouls, you can get a steal, you can just nothing will happen. That was all RNG. So I do like that, but I don't know, man. We'll see. I gotta see how this actually play out.
This inspired me a lot. Watching Black Market play and watching like Bauer play defense, I call him out. I guess it's all you guys, but especially
he riding.
And like he riding. He is at anticipating and cutting the dribbler off. I wanted that to be the game.
If shooting OD, I don't think slasher build is gonna be OP.
And then hit steal.
I think this is gonna be good.
We spent a lot of time on that too. Just the
I think this is gonna be good if shooting OP. If everybody can shoot, I think this is gonna be good.
Generally. The animations themselves.
I think just the people that's going to be able to get more threes up if shooting is easy. I think that's just going to be what it is.
Yeah, the IQ part.
It's going to be what team can. It's going to be a 3-hunt game.
Actually having some
I'm pretty sure
skill to be rewarded for a steal instead of just, like you said, pressing
and Bills is just always kind of OD though.
Yeah, and that was, like I said,
that's facts.
This is like that was across the board.
And Bills probably would be OP.
But especially with defense, steals, blocks are the same way. We didn't want to just be like, okay, your rating's good, you block everything.
One thing I haven't really noticed though, I think they talked about this originally in the gameplay, but I don't know what 2K that was, but I think 24 was the 2K where they really tried to make it a real mid-range layup game, where they started really trying to buff those two things, like, because it was really threes and dunks. That was really the focus for years. And in the last 2 years, mid-range and layups been way, like, really viable. Like, they've been real good. So I think, bro, I ain't really heard them say too much about mid-range, to be real. I've heard them talking about shooting, but I ain't really heard them talking about middies this year and fades. I ain't heard them say nothing. Think about it, I ain't heard them say nothing about fades. I just thought about that. I really haven't heard them say anything about fades. Especially with the contest system supposedly being kind of iffy. I hope fades ain't crazy, because fades start the year or last year was OD.
It's got to be. You got to time it. You got to read. You got to know when to jump, when to stay down.
You don't sound like
that they were concerned. Like, oh, so what's the point of even going high steal? From my experience playing 2K, the higher your steal,
Jalen Brown build at PG,
the better reach animations you get. Not just plucks, just better, quicker reaches. You recover faster instead of getting into a long, kind of stumbly reach animation. I'm assuming that's consistent this year.
Yeah,
you can't hit whites no more, but they said the green window is easy.
Have different
it is mad easy
with the hands based on your steal rating. So there'll be times where, like, if you're the ball and have a lower steal rating.
If 26 actually hard, I'm gonna bring back the sub sessions. I got to.
But that extra couple of, like, sometimes inches or less than inches can make a difference between a steal and not a steal. So that stuff's all impacted by your steal rating.
So we got 6 more minutes.
Steal, especially if you want to be a lock or a two-way. You're going to need it.
You touched on it a little already in terms of the build and play style diversity.
Oh, I think I know what the thing is with steals. I think if you a lock, because he mentioned this. He mentioned this with the big man. If you really want to dive into those attributes, getting that upper echelon is going to actually be worth it this year on defense. So, like, if you a lock, I don't think you're going to have to really worry about it. I think is what he's trying to say. I kind of mentioned this earlier. He said if you try to go towards something, you're going to be OP at that. You are going to be OP at that. Like, if you put the attributes into something, you're going to be OP at what you put your attributes into. But you know how people will always make these guard builds and have, like, an 85 steal. Or a guard build, like, I don't even know if he's saying this, but 85 perimeter defense. Like, those builds that'll kind of try to be in between, I don't think those going to be as good on defense this year. Like, you're probably going to be getting cooked. We'll see, though.
You're looking to create. Is there anything else gameplay-wise that you would say you're hopeful creates that diversity in 26?
Besides the builds themselves and the takeover system, I think I mentioned on Twitter, we opened up some of the requirements too for like dribble styles and for dribble moves. That so the rule kind of was if it was like an 80 rating requirement, and you were like it was like for swings only or for smalls only, that got moved to both.
Okay. So if it's in the 80s, you can use them on swings now. I think that's a good idea, bro. I'm not gonna lie. So if you in the 80s, if the animation is in the 80s for the requirement, you can use them on both. And I'm guessing if it's in the 90s, that's actually, I never even thought of that. So yeah, if you get like 90 speed ball and stuff ratings, that's probably just gonna be for guards this year. If it's under, it's like in the 80s, it's probably gonna be for swings too. I didn't even think about that. That's actually a really solid idea.
So that's kind of the rule. So I know people were saying like, okay, well that means that like LeBron can get Kyrie's moves, and that's not how it works.
Right.
Kyrie's still going to be limited to the small guards because it's such a high rating.
Yep.
But yeah, opening some of that up is going to, I think, hopefully create some build diversity or give people options at least. Like if they're only choosing a small guard because they want a certain dribble move style or a certain move itself, maybe they can open that up to a 6'5" or 6'6" now or 6'7", something like that.
Now I've been letting y'all off for a little while. 90%. Let me say it again. 90% of y'all aren't even subscribed. Now I've been doing this for a little while now. Y'all, I know y'all mess with the content at this point. So subscribe. Subscribe. It's that simple. If you buying anything on Fortnite, Epic Games Store, use code YaboiFitz. I don't know why I ain't been had this, but yeah.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!